So welcome back, guys. So this is the sixth episode of this game building series, and in this tutorial we will learn how to add animations. And in last tutorial we learned how to follow or how to track the movement of our player, and we have made some changes in our camera in order to follow our player. And now in this tutorial we will see how to assign some realistic movements walking movement or jumping movement, or you can say running movement. So or whenever the player will be moving in backward direction, so backward movement. So all these type of movements will be provided by the animation. So now I will show you. Here you can see, when we imported this 3D player, we had a folder. This is the folder, animation folder, in which all animations are already made by the creator. We have to just drag and drop this animation in the animation controller, and then we will be able to add animations in our player moment. So first of all, you can see the first animation is our player backward, is for our player backward movement. So if I just, now you can see that this is for a backward movement of our player. And here I can show you, this is the running movement. So this animation is for the running movement of a player. And if our player is standing idle, then we have an animation idle. So this is the animation for the idle movement of a player, and this is the forward moving. This animation is the forward movement. So now in this tutorial we will only use this forward movement animation, and this idle movement, and last one will be this backward movement. So I will only use these three animations, and you can go through with the other animations also and try on your own. I will show you only three animations. First of all, we have to just go to this animator controller, and we have to create our own animator controller. I'm giving it name my controller. In order to implement any of the animation, you have to just you have to create your animator controller. And then now you can see that we have two states. This is the entry state. This state will be called when the game will be start when the game starts. And now first of all, I will drag my animation. um, this is the idle animation. I will drag it over here, and then I need walk animation, and now I need backward animation. So this is for the backward movement. And now what we need to do is we need to call these states or these animations through script. So we'll be writing a small 2 or 3 lines code to call these animations. So once these animations will be called, then we need to stop them. In order to stop them, we have to make transition to idle state. So whenever this animation will end, we want our player to stand idle. Now we need to go to this script, and the script which we created, player move, open this in Sublime. Before going to Sublime, what we have to do is the controller which we created was in this folder, and we have to drag this controller to this controller section, which is present in this our 3D player. If you go here, you can see this animator component is already attached. So this field is empty, this controller field. So we have to just assign the animator controller which we created. Now save this and go back to Sublime. Here I will write some code. So first of all, I will write code, then I will explain it what is happening. So now you can see what I've done is, first of all, I've created a variable for our animator component, and now here you can see that I have created this player variable, and to get the control of our animator controller component. So now in this start function, First of all, I want to tell you that what is the start function, what is update function. Start function will always be called whenever your game will start, and this will be called only once, or you can say it will be called for the first frame only. But update function is called once per frame, as you can see it is written over here. Then that for every frame this function will be called. So now you can see that I have put some condition over here. So first condition is move direct is equal to -1. So as you know, if you have seen my last video, then you must know what I have done here is, if move direct is equal to -1, it means whenever a player is moving in backward direction. So whenever the player will move in backward direction, we want our, we want to play this backwards walk animation, and whenever this move direct value will be 1, then our player will be moving in forward direction, so we have to play this walk animation. So here you can see I have made a mistake in this player anim spelling over here. You can change. Right now I am not changing anything. Save it and go back to Unity. So I play this game. You can see this idle animation is called automatically because it is set as default. So when the game is started, this entry state makes a transition to this idle state animation. Then now if I press back button, this animation is called, and when I press this F button, this walk animation is called. And you have to make this transition. Otherwise, if you don't make a transition, then this animation will be called for infinite time, and we don't want this. We just want this animation to be played whenever a player is moving. So we have to make this transition to this idle state. So now stop this, and then if you want to make any other changes, like go to this animation, and now if you want to change the duration of your animation, you can clip, you can trim all those animations. And that's all for this tutorial. If you have any doubt, any concerns, any suggestion, tell me in comment section. And in next tutorial we will learn how to spawn points from a height. And I request you all that please watch our videos, and please watch this series from beginning to end if you want to learn Unity basics, because this game series will teach you a lot of basics about Unity 3D. So don't miss this. Watch each and every video. Have any doubt, ask me, I will definitely reply. And please share our channel and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.